Alright, picture this. You're scrolling through your bank statement. Maybe you're looking at an old check, and you see a name that just doesn't ring a bell anymore. Patriot Bank. You think, wait, what happened to them? Did they just vanish into thin air? Or maybe you're a finance buff, keeping tabs on the ever-shifting landscape of the banking world, and you're wondering, just who swallowed up Patriot Bank? That's the question we're diving into today. It's not just a simple answer, though. It's a story of shifting markets, strategic acquisitions, and the ever-evolving nature of the financial industry. Because let's face it, banks don't just disappear. They merge, they get acquired, they evolve. And Patriot Bank is a prime example of that evolution. Before we get to the who, let's take a quick trip back in time and understand what Patriot Bank was. It wasn't some tiny, fly-by-night operation. It was a respected institution, a player in the regional banking scene. Depending on the area you're thinking about, Patriot Bank had a significant presence in certain areas, particularly in the Northeast. They were known for their focus on community banking, catering to small businesses and individuals. They were the kind of bank where you might actually know your teller, where you felt like more than just an account number. But the banking world is a competitive one. Regulations change, economic climates shift, and sometimes, even the strongest players need to adapt to survive. And that's where the story of Patriot Bank's merger comes into play. Now, you might be thinking, just tell me who it was already. But hold on, because the who is more than just a name. It's a reflection of broader trends in the financial sector. Think about the wave of consolidation that's swept through the banking industry over the past few decades. Big banks have been getting bigger, swallowing up smaller institutions in an effort to gain market share, expand their reach, and achieve economies of scale. And this wasn't just happening to small, struggling banks. Even well-established regional players were being targeted for acquisition. So, when we talk about Patriot Bank's merger, we're talking about a move that was part of this larger trend. It wasn't an isolated incident. It was a reflection of the changing landscape of the banking world. To understand the specific details, we need to delve into the timeline and the specific region you're thinking of. Patriot Bank as a name has been used by several financial institutions over time, which can create confusion. This is where a lot of people get tripped up. There wasn't just one Patriot Bank that merged with one single entity. For instance, if we're talking about the Patriot Bank that operated in the Connecticut and New York region, specifically within the early 2000s, then the answer is key. That Patriot Bank was acquired by People's United Financial Incorporated. This was a significant acquisition that expanded People's United's footprint in the Northeast. People's United, itself, was later acquired by M&T Bank. So the story actually has multiple layers. Now, why People's United? Well, it was a strategic move for both institutions. People's United was looking to expand its presence in the region, and Patriot Bank had a strong customer base and a solid reputation. It was a mutually beneficial arrangement. For Patriot Bank customers, it meant access to a wider range of financial products and services. For People's United, it meant a larger market share and increased profitability. But that's not the only Patriot Bank story out there. You might also encounter references to other banks using the name Patriot in different states and time periods. For example, Patriot Bank, N.A., which operates in Tennessee, is a completely separate entity. So, when you're asking who did Patriot Bank merge with, you need to be specific about the time and location. The consolidation in the banking industry is driven by many factors. Regulatory changes, technological advancements, and the desire to achieve economies of scale all play a role. Banks are constantly looking for ways to improve their efficiency, reduce their costs, and expand their customer base. Mergers and acquisitions are a common way to achieve these goals. Think about the impact of technology. Online banking, mobile apps, and digital payment systems have changed the way people interact with their banks. Banks need to invest heavily in technology to stay competitive, and mergers can provide the resources needed to make these investments. Also, consider the regulatory environment. Changes in regulations can create new opportunities and challenges for banks. Mergers can help banks navigate these changes and comply with new requirements. The story of Patriot Bank's merger is a microcosm of the larger changes that are taking place in the banking industry. It's a story of adaptation, consolidation, and the ever-evolving nature of finance. It's a reminder that even well-established institutions can be swept up in the tides of change. What does this mean for you, the viewer? Well, it highlights the importance of staying informed about the financial institutions you do business with. It's crucial to understand the implications of mergers and acquisitions and how they might affect your accounts and services. It also underscores the need for adaptability in the face of change. The financial world is constantly evolving, and it's essential to be prepared to adapt to new technologies, regulations, and market conditions. So, to recap, Patriot Bank is a name that has been used by multiple financial institutions, and the answer to who did Patriot Bank merge with depends on the specific bank and time period you're referring to. In the case of the Patriot Bank that operated in the Connecticut and New York region, the answer is People's United Financial, which was subsequently acquired by M&T Bank. Understanding this merger is not just about knowing a name. It's about understanding the broader trends that are shaping the financial industry. It's about recognizing the forces that drive consolidation and the impact that these changes have on consumers and businesses. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.